Hi. So the general piece of advice that I've got today is when you are speaking, try to use lots of fillers. Lots of fillers. What does that mean? Well, one of the main differences between writing and speaking is that when we are talking, we are thinking and the sound is coming out at the same time. So we don't write it down as a kind of sentence which we polish and then a paragraph and then our letter or our essay or whatever it is. It's more informal than that. And we have to give ourselves time to think and we phrase things and express ourselves differently. So fillers are the words that help us to do, or one of the ways that we can do this. And so this is important in the IELTS speaking test. Pardon me, but it's just important for speaking anyway. So examples of the kind of words that I mean are things like actually. Actually, I think that where I live is a pretty good place. I suppose, I suppose that I go shopping maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I won't keep giving you examples, but we just want to add these well, honestly, honestly. I guess, and ones that English people use a lot of would be, or I mean. Um, I go shopping several times a week, actually. I mean, it varies. It's not always the same, but I don't have a fixed plan, but I just go when I need something. So so it sounds a bit odd because he's talking about shopping, but there are lots of these. What else could we have? Let's think. Personally, personally, personally. To be honest, I put there, yes, to be honest. Now, when you're speaking, you want to use these a lot. And in the exam, this will help you. In a way, it gives you a chance to think about what you're saying. But more than that, it just helps to break up your speech so that it does not sound like writing. If the examiner thinks you have been learning something or you've seen some example which you're trying to memorize, it will be very damaging for your result. So we can't be perfect. You're not going to be perfect, but adding these little words in helps to make it more natural. And you don't just want to do it at the beginning of your answer to any particular question. You want to keep dropping them in as you go through your answer. And the more often you do it, basically, the better. So native speakers have their own favorite ones, so they would use the same ones again and again and again. You can pick a few and try to practice them when you're speaking. Seems to me it's difficult to say. It's difficult. It's difficult. Difficult to say. Difficult to say. Difficult to answer. So there are lots, but you don't need a lot. You need a few that you actually produce again and again and again. If you can do that, you're moving, you're taking a big step because this is something which you can apply throughout the exam. It's not just in one question. So because the mark is a general mark for your overall performance, then this quite small effort to practice doing this can have a big effect because you can use it throughout the whole exam and not just in the exam when you're speaking in English at any time to anybody, and it will help you to sound less as though you're reading and a bit more like a natural speaker or a native speaker is perhaps a bit too strong, but somebody who's talking in a natural way. So bear that in mind, and most importantly, try to practice it whenever you're um, uh, saying something in English.